Okay, I want to see it so that way I'll know, and I'm bringing it a little bit up. It's just giving me dimension to the hood, so it's kind of showing me that there's that she's looking down. Okay, so now I'm gonna put, it has kind of the same, maybe a little bit golder at the tip of the fur. And actually what I want to do is start with the white, pure white. And I'm going to go and dab it here and there. Like that. The hood makes all the difference. And more white. Okay. I'm going to go put, I find that this here, like that, make it more round. Okay, I'm going to take the raw sienna, just put a tiny bit on your palette. And I'm going to go touch and on the tip, on the end here too. And I'm going to take my white back and just go in like that. Make it less, make it more like hair. Okay. So now what we're going to do is, I think I'm going to see if I can just do touches. I think I'm going to take my bristle brush and just go put some highlight in the snow. And she needs highlight under her feet. The dog needs a little bit of highlight also. This is almost, I'm going to go this way so I can do it with a upside down kind of thing. Okay, I'm going to put that there. And it's almost as if I have enough weight already. Can touch some areas here to give the snow perspective. The banks here. I'm dipping in my white because we're going to go do, after I'm done this, we're going to go do our snow, our flakes. And I'm going to correct around the jacket. And here too, you can outline the banks a little bit. There's snow after all over there. Not too much, don't go too crazy, because remember, right, what's far, you don't see as much. I find that working on this paper, I don't see my whites as white. I don't know if it's the paper or if it's my white that's doing that. where the dog is, there's a little bit of like accumulated snow. You know, dogs, if they decide to smell at one spot, they smell for a long time at the same spot. When they get a sniff of something. Okay, I'm just going to keep going like that until, you know, I find that I've got a bit of dimension here. I'm not taking too much on my brush. I'm kind of going on my rag, taking some out. Okay. Remember that too far away, you don't see it as much. I'm gonna work my brush flat, almost flat. I went over her coat. Take that out. That's starting to look pretty good. There's a lot of shadow also in the snow because it's snowing, so not as much highlight. And when we put the snow, everything's gonna pop. A little bit here, fix that. Okay, one more spot here, and where the dog is, just so I'm gonna put a tiny little bit of black at the end of my brush, just tiny, because I want to go put some shadow here where she's walking. I'm gonna go over to my white. I'm gonna tone that down. A little bit shadowed there. And under the dog also, there's kind of shadow here. Gonna go on the other end where I had some black there. Okay. And I'm gonna take a bit of white. I'm gonna smooth that out a little bit. That's okay if I went over the leg because we're gonna put snow. Okay. I'm just gonna put okay. Now let's go let me clean up the edges just to show you if you went over with the jacket. Oh, there's red in here. I don't want that. I'm gonna take a bit of the white. I'm gonna just go like that. That's all you have to do if you went over. Just like that. Here also. I went into her red jacket here. Simple. Let's take the apple red and just go back. See, it's very easy. Okay, so now we're gonna do our snow. I'm gonna take my bristle brush. It's already in the water, which is great. Already has, I'm going to take some stuff off because that is so messy to do snow. So I'm going to take a couple of things away. Take that away. Take this away. Put it where I put a lot of plastic on my wall just so that when we do the snow, and it's less distractful if I have a background that's white. Okay, so I've got lots of water, but it's not dripping. Okay, and I'm gonna take a brush and I'm just gonna tap. Do you see what it does? It's gonna create big snow, and when there's less water, it's gonna create, I'm gonna tap less hard. The one thing that I find with this is that sometimes it splashes in your face. Maybe because I put too much water, but I'm trying to get a lot of snow done. And she's got snow on her too. Let's not forget that. And there's snow here also, right to the bottom. That's what gives us the dimension. Snow on the dog. And there's little snowflakes also. I've got so much it's all splashing in my face. So tiny little snow everywhere. It's really neat when it does all that little snow. Because really, when there's a snowstorm, and in the back there's lots. So I'm going to reload again, but I'm not going in the water. I'm just going in the little puddle that I had when I first started. And I want to make little snowflakes because I've got the big ones. And look at the big ones. If we take a little round brush, we can just go. I'm going to take some off so I can show you this. Just want to take some off a little bit so I can show you what I want to show you. You know, when there's snowflakes and it's just like, oh, that's too much. Be careful not to do that. It's when you're trying to, when it's kind of snowy, windy a little bit, the snow is not all perfect. It's here, I'm just gonna go put lots of snow here. Sometimes you try to do something and, just before you were able to do it, and then you try to show it and it doesn't pan out. Even as an artist, I also do things that, it works one day and then you try it again and you figure, you think, wow, how did I do that? It just won't work for me today. Well, we get those moments. Sorry guys if I'm in front of the camera. So I reloaded again, not too much because I want to have a little snow. Just like that. And in the middle here also, lots of little snow in the middle. And on her also, at the bottom here, on the dog. There's lots of snow on the dog. The bottom. And lots of snow here. And I'm gonna reload more water this time again because I wasn't in the same puddle. Taking some out a little bit. And I want more snow here. Oh, now it's going better. Right to the top, right to the bottom. It's a storm, so there's snow falling. And yes, there's snow under her feet because her foot is up. So that means that, you know, it's snowing. It's snowing. It's showing us a dimension. Oh my goodness. Okay. Just reload it again. I want more here. So you guys put as much snow as you want on your painting. You get the idea. You could even take a toothbrush. If we would take the toothbrush, I'll show you with the toothbrush. Might be less messy with a toothbrush. So I'm not going to put too much water, and I'm just going to go like that. Yeah, that might be better. So to make all our little snow. Because you should see me. I am covered. I think I'm not going to use that method again. I'm going to use a toothbrush from now on. Because I find the other method, you have to have, you know, be careful the kind of clothes that you have. I like it with lots of snow. And we're almost done. I just wanted a little bit more in the center, so I'm just putting more water in my brush and taking some out so I just get the little snowflakes. Oh my goodness, I just got some pink in there. So I got some pink in there. I'm gonna wet my brush, and I'm just gonna go scoop it out. I guess it wouldn't really matter. You don't really see it. Okay, well, you know what? One little thing I want to show you is that the dog has been at that spot for quite a while, so he's starting to get snow on his tail. Just like that. And maybe on his body here. And what we want to do is here, his legs are in the snow, so hide his leg. His muzzle is in the snow. And I would say that is it. So just need to sign your painting. And again, if you like the video, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.